you got brain, I can help you do anything in life. If you got no brain, I'm sorry. The second thing I like to do today is to share a lot of tips, a lot of techniques, and a lot of strategies. Okay, strategies on how to learn very fast and make learning fun and easy. How many of you have got friends in school who do better than you? How do you hate them? How do you want to be better than them? Ah, very good. I'll teach you how. Okay. And after this, the third thing I'll do is this. I like to give you a test. So if you pass the test, you can leave. If you fail, you stay back for remedial class. No, just kidding. Okay. Anyway, just to check, how many of you are in primary school? Raise your hands. Oh, very good. Secondary school, junior college, university, PhD. Hey, don't laugh, no. The last preview I asked this boy, what are you doing now? I've got a PhD. 18 years old, no. I said, PhD really? He said, yeah, poly halfway drop out. That's what PhD is about, right? Okay, how many of you are students? How many of you brought your parents here today? You woke up in the morning, you look at the newspaper, say, Mommy, bring me to this program, I want to change my life. How many of you brought your parents here? Nobody. Only one. How many of you, your parents forced you to come today? Ayo, birthday. Only those who are really forced to come, you see their face, you can tell already. Their face like got langa by 7 already. For today's session, it's not going to be a lecture, alright? I don't know about you, I don't like lectures. Lectures are normally very what? Boring. What do you know? It's true, right? In school, they like to lecture, you know, teachers, they talk and talk and talk and talk non-stop. Then the poor students will sit down there, listen quietly and... At the end of the class, the teacher asks, class, you learn anything today? Yeah. Any question before recess? No. Because if you ask question, your friend will hunt up you. Right? So let's make it a very interactive talk. Huh? So as I speak today, I need you to participate. Is that okay? Yeah. When you participate, you will learn a lot. I want to make sure you learn a lot today. So when you go back home, you can use some of the things. How to improve your memory and your reading speed, things like that, right? So, sometimes when I talk, I will not finish my sentence. So please, finish my sentence. A bit more enthusiasm. You ate breakfast today? Yes, I'm very good. Okay, finish my sentence. Okay, there's a reason. See, when you finish my sentence, your brain will keep what? Keep working, keep being alert, and your brain will lock in the information a lot better, yes? Good. The other thing is, when you respond, I need to respond, so I know you're still awake. I discovered that some students have a special ability. They can sleep with their eyes open. They go into the screensaver mode. Anyway, let me begin by sharing a bit about myself with you and the background to this program, right? This program is based on this book called I'm Gifted, So Are You. How many have seen this book before? How many have read this book? Really? Wow, great. A few weeks ago, there was a father. He came up to me and said, Adam, I bought your book, I read it. Very interesting. But my son needs to have another book from you. I said, what book is that? He said, I'm not gifted. Please help me. I said, no, this is for your son also. Okay. And I wrote this book about 9 years ago. This was 9 years ago when I was in university. People always make fun of me. They say, Adam, why do you write a book with this name? And I will tell people, I said, because I'm gifted. I said, really, are you gifted? I said, yes, I'm gifted. You are also gifted. He said, me gifted? I said, yes. He said, yeah, you still are. And I believe that all of us have the potential to be gifted for a very simple reason. See, I created this program for one reason. How to show students with the right techniques, right, you can do anything you want. You can achieve anything you want. And I believe that. Because when I was a student, was I a good student? No, I was pretty lousy. Right? I was from this school called St. Stephen's Primary School. Have you heard of St. Stephen's? Okay? Never. Too bad. When I was at St. Stephen's, right, in primary school last time, I was a very lazy student. I was very unmotivated. I hate studying last time. And by the way, how many of you love studying? Really? How many don't like studying? I can understand. I also didn't like studying. The reason I didn't like studying was because I found it very what? Boring. How come you know also? Yeah, I found it very boring. And the other reason was because I was not good in studying. That's why I didn't like it. Let me ask you this. When you're no good in studying, do you like to study? Of course not. You have to say, well, I'm no good. That's very, very bad, but I like it. You really like to do things you are good at doing. So for me, I was not good in studying last time, but I was good at one thing, fighting. So I love to fight. Every day go to school, fight people. And also very good at playing computer games. So every day I just play computer games or fight in school. So I got into so much trouble. When I was in primary 3, I got expelled from school for fighting with the teacher. So when I got thrown out of school, what happened? For almost 1 year, I had no school to go to. Then my poor mom at the time had to bring me to so many primary schools. You know, back begging the principals to give me another chance. She bring me to the principal and said, please help my son, he's so cute. And she brought me to a nice school. She brought me to Taonan School, Red Swastika School, or Rosai School. All of them rejected me. They said, we do not want your son. So in the end, my mom went to one school, beg and beg and beg, donate money, everything. So in the end, got me into this school called Nian Primary School. Have you heard of Nian Primary School? So I went there in primary 4. But after 1 year of being out of school, I couldn't catch up. So I got even more frustrated, I gave up studying altogether. So when I went for PSLE, what happened? PSLE, did I do well? Obviously not. I didn't do very well. Let me put this mic aside. I didn't do well enough to get into express stream. But I didn't do so badly that I went to normal stream. I was in between express and normal. Border line. So my parents were worried. You know, if I go express stream, what happened? Then I cannot cope. Especially because my maths, my Chinese is super jialat. But they're afraid that if I go normal stream, people will laugh. Because last time you go normal stream, it means you're not very normal. So express stream take normal. Okay. So they decided to send me to express stream. But because I did not do well, could I get my first choice? No, my first choice was alright. Second choice didn't get in. Third choice didn't get in. Fourth choice didn't get in. Fifth choice didn't get in. Sixth and last choice, did I get in? I was rejected from all 6 secondary schools. Okay? So in the end, when I got my posting result, I opened it up. I got a shock of my life. They sent me to a school which I didn't choose. And I never heard of this school before. This school is called? How come you know? You read my book. It's called Pinyi Secondary School. Have you ever heard of my school called Pinyi? Have you never heard before? Oh, okay. But my school has been around for the last 19 years. Okay? But when I was first sent to this school in 1987, it was a very new school. And being a new school and being a neighborhood school, you get all the top students going there? You get all the what? All the rejected students like that. And my father opened up the newspapers, the most fainted. Because in those days, they used to rank schools in the papers, right? He got a shock. My school was ranked number 3 from the bottom. This is son, what do you do? Or you go to RI, you go to ACS, Chinese, you got Pinyi. Really upset. My mother was different. My mother said, darling, never mind. Maybe it's good if he goes to a lousy school. My father said, why good? She said, good. At last, he can be the best among the lousiest. My mother was very optimistic. Okay. But seriously speaking, let me ask you this question. Is it important, right, to go to an elite school? No. Elite JC, elite secondary school? Never ask your parents. Okay, let me do a survey. How do you say it's important to go to a very good school? Don't pretend like you are. I say it's not important. Have you refused to raise your hand? Now let me tell you one thing. For the last 15 years, I've trained students in the best schools in Singapore. I also train students in the worst schools. Does the school make a difference to you? Yes, it does. A big difference. Let me tell you one thing. It does. Okay? It's not because of the teachers. In fact, sometimes I find teachers in neighborhood schools, right, are just as good than teachers in very good schools. It's not about the teachers. It's also not about the facilities. But you know what it's all about? It's the people you mix around with. It's the friends in those schools. It's the culture of the school. When you go to a place like RI, ACS Independent, the students there behave differently. They're like a different species. Right? Like if you go to RI and you tell a friend, I want to score 9 A1s for exam, you know what they say? Yeah, brother, we score 9 A1s together. Go to my school Pinyi, you tell them I want to score 9 A1s, siao, brother. The culture is very different. You know what I'm saying? I feel for your children, right? Let's say they're not in a good class or not in a good school. And you ask them, hey, your maths test, how do you score? I'm very good. I pass, I got 50%. How can you only get 50%? I'm very good, my friends fail. So, the trouble is when you're in a lousy class or lousy school, they thought, actually, I'm okay. But it's not that they're okay, it's that all their friends are horrible. But you must understand, when you go from PSLE, O-level, A-level, are you competing with your friends in your class? No, you're competing with every single student in the whole of Singapore. Oh. Sorry, the truth is this. I'm from a neighborhood school, I know one thing. Most neighborhood school people, right, when they go for national exams, they get slaughtered upside down. Because the standard is so different. And it's getting even more different, by the way, because of this thing called the foreigners coming in. You know in NUS, who are all the top students? From China or from India. Frightening one of you all. 9 A1, 10 A1 too. So it's competing now, not just at the national level, it's competing at the what? Global level. And some people say it's so unfair, they're coming here to take our schools. But it's the same thing happening to our jobs out there. Do you know how every 3 jobs created, 2 went to a foreigner? And don't blame them, no, because they are good, but you've got to compete at a global scale. So please don't be afraid, okay? Now, so when I went to Pinyi, what happened? Honestly, I had very good teachers. Very caring teachers.